Hello everyone, a warm good morning to all of you. Would like to welcome to this session. Hope you all are good. So we'll discuss in this session all about Indian government and politics. So since a few days I has been got a lot of message regarding this topic, and it's very interesting topic and demanded topic so far. So our exam SSB and PGT concern. Okay, so what we will do in this session? Okay, so we'll discuss the syllabus. Okay, we'll discuss the syllabus. We'll discuss the syllabus of Indian government and politics, and what would be the proper way to approach the Indian government and politics, because there are a lot of things which we need to cover, but that should be based on a proper strategy. Okay, and subsequently we'll discuss the orientation to Indian polity, that how we should approach the Indian politics, the Indian polity. There are different article, amendment, provisions, law, different multiple things are there, and especially this topic important because of its always relevance, and it make more important because this year is going to be, or it is a year of general elections. So we should be conscious about this unity. Maximum questions are from this unity, and hope this year also a more number of questions we will see in our examination. So far, so the question number is concerned around up to 8 to 9 questions are come in our examination. So a proper systematic way we need to follow, and that's we will discuss under the previous year questions, and this will be help to understand that what we need to focus and what we need to skip, the two things, and that make us different from other, because it is all about the competitions, and we need to be with our examination in a strategical way. Okay, like right now political party are now strategy for win, so there is a competition also, and they also want to win. Similarly, we are also be strategize or be make of proper plan and systematic schedule, and I will let you know that what we need to focus and where we should cover the different topic. Okay, so on this note, hope I could able to touch your maximum things. So now first discuss the syllabus. Okay, what mentioned in our syllabus? So Indian government and politics. Okay, so syllabus, SSB syllabus. Okay, ideological basis of Indian constitution. Okay, ideological basis of Indian constitution means what? That under which ideology the Indian constitution was formed. Okay, like we have been seen, there are some colonial legacy in Indian constitution. So for example, the different act, British law, which still prevail in our Indian constitution or Indian enactment or legislation. So for that we need to cover the what the the colonial heritage. Under colonial heritage, different act like Regulating Act, Indian Council Act 1909, Indian Government Act 1919, Government of India Act 1935. Okay, so these are famous Government of India Act, and different thing we need to cover. Then we have to also cover the preamble. Okay, The preamble is the philosophy of the constitution. Then we need to cover fundamental right, directive principle and state policy, fundamental duty, and the amendment procedure. Like the amendment are there to like for the amendment the constitution or any kind of changes in our the system of the structure of the state. Okay, so that is how amendment the structure. So overall we need to cover the philosophy of the Indian constitution. Okay, okay, so then moving to the next, national executive. Like we all know there are two kind of executive, national executive and state executive. Under the national executive, presidents, okay, topic of the president, prime minister and council of minister. Okay, so there is structure, there is function, there is different article. Okay, the strength of the council of minister. Okay, so the council of minister with respect to the constitutions, does the council of minister term mentioned in the constitution, what the constitution reveals about this body and structure, all will be discussed. Okay, so that is how the brief idea about the national executive. And national executive also including your attorney general of India. Although attorney general of India is not mentioned in your syllabus, but when we talk about national executive we should discuss about that thing, because right now attorney general of India play a significant role in the national executive whenever the central government uh, wish to face any kind of case in the Supreme Court. Okay, so for example your the Delhi chief ministers the excise case, so there the state government and the union government are fighting with each other, and attorney general of India became the important thing, so that we need to cover there. Then central legislative body, we all know parliament. Okay, so the parliament proceedings, okay, so parliament proceedings, it's like session, then like the power of the speaker and the vice president. Okay, so these are the thing we need to discuss. Then moving to the federalism in India. Under the federalism in India we should discuss about the what are the issue in the Indian federalism. Say for example right now the demand are coming from Ladakh. So federalism is what means the center and the division of the power between center and the state, how the different from the state or union territory demand are coming. So from there it became important, although that directly not question will frame, but it became important. For example the different term used by the scholar on Indian constitution, like Casey were quasi federal, Paul applied by extreme federalism, Ivor Jennings the bargaining federalism. Okay, so Maurice John bargaining federalism, Ivor Jennings federalism with a strong central tendency. Okay, so that we need to cover under the federalism in India. And moving to the center and state relation, there we need to cover the interstate councils, when it was formed, under which government it was formed, which article related to it. Okay, which committee recommend for the interstate councils, so that we need to cover under this area. So I am just providing a brief idea that we should keep in our mind what the mention in our syllabus. Then Supreme Court, judicial review, judicial activism, PIL we need to cover. And Lok Adalat specially we have already discussed it, if you remember, under the lecture of your government and politics in India. We have already discussed the Lok Adalat, so here we will not discuss that thing. Then moving to the political party and pressure group. So political party is a wheel of the democracy, we can say that, and we need to cover the different national political party, what are the like provision in the for national political party. Okay, its year of formation especially we need to discuss. And defection law, which amendment deal with the anti-defections, okay, which schedule deal with the anti-defections. Okay, so that we need to cover, because right now if you observed, a lot of political party leader are switch their party for the personal interest and the own agenda. Okay, so that became a picture when we talk about the defection or the politics of defection. Then election and electoral reform, it is obvious, it's very important, always a question from here, because this day election is conducting, that's why it's very important topic. Then political dynamics in India. We need to cover caste in politics. Okay, how caste play important role in our voting behavior. Okay, caste and politics, criminalization of the politics. Okay, so these are the different thing. And lastly, not the least, the state, local government and politics in Odisha. We need not to cover that. We have already covered that thing. Those are have not watched. Go and refer your playlist. There we have already made a playlist for the state, local government and politics in Odisha. Okay, so with this note, this is your whole overall syllabus so far so mentioned in our SSB syllabus. We need to cover that thing. Okay, okay, so this is the brief idea, and now would like to cover the few of the previous year question that we need to understand what are the thing mentioned or how the question frame. Okay, whether the thing which mentioned in the syllabus or the question are they complementary in nature, or what approach we need to focus. So on this note, we will discuss the previous year question first, then we will accordingly move. So first question in front of you, you can also attempt these questions, and our major objective to understand the the question. Okay, first question is like, when was the interstate council was set off in India? Okay, interstate council was set off in India. These are option you can refer here. So what would be the answer? What would be the answer? Interstate council set off in India. So it will comes under the federalism, center state relations. Okay, so interstate councils. So it would be the answer option B. Option E. B is like basically May 1990. Okay, answer is basically 1990 May. So here what we notice. Okay, we need to cover the interstate council with respect to center state relation. It's the year, and we also need to discuss the what are article mentioned in interstate councils. Can anyone tell me it is a constitutional body or not? So it is a constitutional provision that article 263 talks about interstate council. And your VP Singh, okay, your VP Singh government basically provide a foundation for the interstate council. Okay, okay, okay. So if you could remember the which committee recommend for interstate council, you should be search about that thing. So this the answer of this question, option B. Moving to the next question, which of one of the following is a false statement? So option A, council states must return the money bill to house of the people within 14 days. Option B, confidence motion against council of minister can be introduced only in the house of the people. Option C, President of India can nominate 2 members of Anglo-Indian community in the House of People. And option D, a money bill cannot be introduced in the House of the People. So false statement. So false statement. Hope you all able to answer that question. What would be the answer? Appropriate answer. So the option D is the answer, because we all know the money bill is only introduced in the House of People. It's written not. No, it is wrong. That's why it is wrong. Okay. Under which article it was mentioned that money bill is basically can only introduce in the House of the People? Article 110. And you can also know about the different special provision of the Lok Sabha. Okay, like the money bill, whether a money bill is not, who has the power? It is the speaker. Okay, it is the speaker. So this is how the proper difference, the power of Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha need to remember here, and that is how the main thing. And here option C, right now this provision has been not in function, because under a constitutional amendment act the 2 Anglo-Indian community is not right now nominated to the Rajya Sabha. So do remember that thing as well, because this was the previous year question, I guess 2016 somewhere. Okay, fine. So the answer of this question is basically option D. Okay, so it was clear. Then moving to the next question, hope you all enjoying this lesson. As per the article 73 clause 3 of the constitution, council of minister in India is collectively responsible to option A, President of India, option B, Prime Minister of India, option C, Council of the States, option D, House of the People. So hope you are able to answer the question what would be the appropriate answer. So we all know option D is the answer, that Council of Ministers is collectively responsible to the House of the People. And do remember this article 75 clause 3, 75 clause 3. Okay, so can anyone tell me that what is the amendment which talks about the strength of the Council of Ministers? Okay, strength of the Council of Ministers, that was 91st Constitutional Amendment Act. That can be also possible to ask. So we will cover that thing, the different concept related to the Council of Ministers and the provisions. Okay, so answer of this question basically option D. Moving to the next question, the doctrine of occupied field apply only to the entry of what? Union list, state list, concurrent list, and the list of the president office. As such, there is no list of president office. There was 3 list under the 7th schedule of union list, state list, and concurrent list. Okay, so the option A is answer, because occupied field, okay, occupied territory, this is all the matter of the national interest, national security, and it will be belongs to the national union list. So under the federalism or central state relation, the division of power, center and state, we should discuss about the different list systems and what are the how many items mentioned in this list. Okay, can you tell me that union list consists how many items? Okay, right now union list consists how many items? 100 items. How many? 100 items. Originally it was how many items? Similarly state list how many? Originally how? Concurrent list right now and original. So we will make a proper table and try to cover this thing, because this was in a trend. Okay, this was in a trend. Then moving to the next question, which article of Indian Constitution provide a creation and of the State Legislative Council? This was the latest question of 2023 SSB December. Okay, so try to provide answer quickly. Article 167, 166, 169 and the 168. So obviously the answer of this question is basically article 169, option C. Okay, it is the 169, the creation and the end of the State Legislative Council. Okay, State Legislative Council. Okay, so this is the how different article, and people come to me and ask whether how many article, how and article need to remember. So you need to understand here, all the article one cannot remember, as we all humans, but we can remember those article which is very important and continuously in our examinations. Okay, so that we need to remember. And also there is a homework for you, that how many state having the State Legislative Council in India, how many state having the State Legislative Council in India. So you should search in Google and try to provide the answer in comment sections. Okay, options, question number 6, read the following statement and identify the correct ones. Okay, the Election Commission was established in 25th January 1950s. Option second, the 86th Constitutional Amendment Act related to the right to education. Option third, 96th Constitutional Amendment Act changed the word Oriya to Odia. And option fourth, National Commission for Backward Classes was established by 102 Constitutional Amendment Act. So we need to find the correct answer. Okay, so this was also your 2023 SSB paper. Okay, you can see that the comprehensive way to form a questions, like this question consists with the amendment process, the structure of the political institution. Okay, that, and this was basically a good question also. And what would be the answer of this question? Answer of this question is basically option D, but this was wrong by me, I don't know why. Okay, so option first, the Election Commission of India was established 25th January 1950. Yes, it is correct. But if they ask the question, the provision of election first times enforced in which year, then you need to remember 26 November 1949. Okay, 26 November 1949. A lot of thing has been came to picture, like citizenship, like election provisions, like there are different article. For example, article citizenship from article 5 to 9. Okay, article 5 to 9. Okay, they are was enforced in the 26th November 1949. For example, article 394, article 380. Okay, article 380. So there are different articles which are already there in the on 26th November 1949. Okay, so that you have to understand here. Then 86 Constitutional Amendment Act that talks about right to education from 6 to 14 years. Okay, 6 to 14 years. It was article of the fundamental right, article 21A, article 21A, 6 to 14 year, and 86 Constitutional Amendment Act. Okay. Then here 96 Constitutional Amendment Act changed the word Oriya to the Odia. We should know about the Odia, in which year it became the change. Anything related to Odisha with respect to our political system and science, political science, we should about that thing. Then National Commission for Backward Classes was established under 102 Constitutional Amendment Act. Can anyone tell me which year? It was 2018. Okay, 2018 and 2018. Okay, so that is the important thing. So this type of question do comes from our examination. We need to cover the amendment. Okay, the different political structure, political institution, be it your constitutional body like National Commission of Election Commission of India, National Council of Backward Class, then similarly the National Council of ST, National Council of SC. Okay, that need to cover. Although there is no mention in our syllabus about the constitutional body and the statutory body, but in examination they do ask, and we should cover that thing. Okay, then moving to the next question, under which act, and this question answer is basically option D. Moving to the next question, under which act Lok Adalat has been given a statutory status? So it is obviously, we all know that there is no need to worry, that the option B, the Legal Service Authority Act 1987. So you have already covered this topic, the Lok Adalat under the Odisha government and politics. If you have not watched, go and refer that video. It was available in playlist sections. Okay, and different things. So by the way, the answer is basically option B. Then moving to the next question, what was the first case of judicial activism in India? So option A, Kesavanand Bharati case 1973, SSB Gupta versus Union of India 1980s, then the Vinit Narayan versus Union of India 1996, Common Case versus Union of India 1996. So what would be the answer here, guys? Let me know what would be the answer. So the answer of these questions, can anyone tell me? Will I tell? So answer of this question is basically option B, SP Gupta versus Union of India 1982. In this case, the verdict or the provision of PIL became picture, public interest litigation, and it was the judicial activism. It was the judicial activism, and that you need to remember here. Okay. So here we have to cover the different cases, like famous cases related to the PIL, famous cases related to the fundamental rights, the governors, the like your presidents. So that we need to cover, because especially if I talk about the Indian polity and government, three things we need to cover. One thing is that the different cases with respect to different topic, fundamental right, preamble, and DPSP and different things. Then and the governor cases, etc. Then another thing that we need to cover the amendment. Okay, amendment, article, schedule, part of the constitution. Then third thing, we need to cover the structure of the Indian political system, like how the office of presidency, Supreme Court, judiciary, executive, legislatures. Okay, and how the electoral process is working in India right now. Okay, Election Commission of India. Okay, that we need to cover. So this is how the thing, and answer of this question, we all know that option B is the answer. Then moving to the next question, who stated that the Constitution of India is neither purely federal nor purely unitary, but it is a combination of both. It is a union or a composite state or a noble type. Okay, who said this statement, that Indian Constitution is not purely federal nor purely basically unitary? It is a combination of both, union, composite of state or noble. So who can made this statement? Obviously Casey Ware, because we study that it is the quasi-federal, and that statement belong to the quasi-federal. Okay, so I would like to mark a star here, and you should provide the answer that what would you think the answer of this question. Sometimes you need to also search in Google. Okay, so moving to the next questions. So by the way, the answer of this question option B, but I was not too sure. Okay, because I was interpreting that it will be the quasi federal. Okay, whenever we will cover this topic, we'll let you know. Then next question, the Places of Worship Act was issued during which government? Okay, so which government? So these questions basically are asked in 2023 SSB, and most of the guys, okay, including me, was not able to answer those questions, and we have skipped this question in our examinations. And this type of question regularly ask, and we need to cover this question, and in this question I will help you. Okay, how would you cover? Okay, so by the way, the answer of this question is basically PV Narasimha Rao government. Okay, PV Narasimha Rao government, option C. So in the year of 1991, a Place of Worship Act was basically enacted by the PV Narasimha Rao government, 1991. So if you ask me that how this kind of question would be covered, the main thing that you need to understand the rationale before asking this question. Okay, so I will take you all to understand this question to a current example, that right now the Ramlala or the Ram Mandir temple was inaugurated in Ayodhya, and this was the historical event. Since long times this was pending in Supreme Court because it is a matter of religion between Hindu and Muslims. But in 1991, PV Narasimha Rao government enacted a Place of Worship Act where it demarcated the the territory for the Muslim for their masjid, and the territory for the Hindu for the Ramlala Janmabhoomi. So from there is a 1991 Place of Worship Act. And if you ask me what the relevance of this question, because right now we all know the central government could able to the inaugurated this the landmark historical the Ram temple. That's why the examiner trying to know that we should know about the how the law with respect to this concept of the mandir or temple is has been brought into pictures. What are the historical background? Okay, so that's why they asked the question, and I will let you know that what are the current thing happen and what kind of question can be expected in our upcoming examination. That I will let you know, like different thing has happened in this years, and we have to also focus the current affair. Here this question tell us. So this is all about your the top 10 questions. Okay, top 10 question, and the remaining questions of your Indian polity we will discuss in our the another session. Okay, because here the time is now alarm to me that I have to stop here, and rest of the question I will cover in your upcoming session. So here we discuss so far. So this lesson is concerned the syllabus and the previous 10 top questions. Okay, previous 10 top questions, and this is all about from my side. Hope you all found it interesting and valuable. In upcoming lesson we will arrange good quality content for you, but you need to do what that a favor for me, that do subscribe my channel. It's my humble request to all of you, those are have not subscribed, and also do share your friend, because a lot of people are not aware about this channel. So let me help to growth or to reach out the different the guys those are preparing for SSB examination. And lastly, if you like my effort, please press the like button as a mark of your attention, then I can know that you guys are also participate. So thank you guys, have a nice day for being part of this lesson. Thank you guys, have a nice day.